Hey guys, welcome to episode number 148. Today's Monday, so it's Update Monday, and I wanted to show you guys the final component to my fish room build that just came in the mail. I'm really excited. This is the one part that I've been researching for the past few weeks, and it's the one part that I definitely needed to get right, because if I did it wrong, it wouldn't matter how much time and effort I put into the fish room. All of my fish would be dead within a matter of hours. This is my carbon filter, and this is really important for me because I have around 1.8 to 2 parts per million monochloramine in my municipal water. And if you don't filter that out, it's going to kill your fish. And monochloramine is a lot harder than chlorine to get rid of, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware. And so because of that, I needed to do a little bit of research into the proper system to remove that from the water. So here's what I landed on. This is a 40-gallon per day carbon drip system. It comes from the Filter Guys. If you Google the Filter Guys, you'll find them online. They're two guys and they're pretty awesome. I emailed them back and forth for about a week in order to make sure that I got the proper equipment here, and I'm happy to say that they were very, very helpful. Their prices are very, very competitive, and if you guys are looking for a carbon filter, a drip filter, a chloramine filter, RODI, they basically do it all, and they actually build it for you, which is very nice. So you can specify what you want, and they'll put it together for you. So all I have to do is install this downstairs, just hook it up, and it will be ready to go. Let me walk you through exactly what this is. So downstairs in the basement, you may have seen I have a cold water line that goes to the washer, and what I'm going to do is install this brass Y on the cold water line, and one side will go back to the washer as it should, and the other side is going to go to a hose, just a garden hose, and then when that terminates, I'm going to attach this fitting here. It's a 1/4 inch hose to 1/4 inch fitting, and that's going to feed into this tap water line. That's going to go through my 1, 2, 3 stage filter, and it's going to come out the other end at 40 gallons per day. So not a very high flow rate, but when you're looking to remove chloramine from your water, you want the flow rate to be as slow as possible, because the contact time with the carbon is what's going to be really important here. So this is the first cartridge, and what I have in here is this right here. It's a 1 micron cartridge, filter cartridge, and that's your first stage filter. That's going to get rid of a lot of the heavy sediments, heavy metals in the water, and the cysts and anything else that's greater than 1 micron is basically going to get stuck in that filter, and that's kind of like your pre-filter, because you don't want any junk cramming up these two next stage filters. So what do we have for the next stage filters? A lot of people suggest using granulated activated carbon, or you know, some variation of granulated carbon, catalytic carbon. It goes by a bunch of different names. You know, you can get it 10 different ways. And I was going to go with a catalytic carbon, a granulated carbon, for my second stage filter, because it is fairly cheap, and because you can get refillable cartridges. It seemed like a fairly good way to take care of a lot of the chloramine in the water with just that second stage filter. But from talking with the Filter Guys and from doing more research, I found out that type of carbon, the catalytic carbon, is actually kind of an old school carbon. It's something that is still in fairly heavy use today, but it's actually not as efficient as it could be. And there are a few reasons for that. If your flow rate is too high, you'll get channeling, and those granules will kind of get stuck together, and there'll be patterns, channels within that granulated chamber, and your water will just flow right through it without getting enough contact time, which isn't good. The other thing is it's oftentimes dusty stuff, and that can actually clog up your third stage filter, and you know, it's just like it's more maintenance and it's harder to keep up with. So what I've gone with instead are 2 carbon block filters, and it's recommended that if you're going to remove monochloramine that you go with 2 carbon block filters. There's a second stage filter. This one's called Carbon Block Filter Stage 2 Chloramine Master, and then the third stage comes right after it, very similar, and those are just set up in series to basically double your contact time for your water to make sure that all of your monochloramine is removed. And it should do a pretty good job of it. I think I'm probably going to replace these filters every 5 or 6 months, maybe a little more often just to be on the safe side. But essentially that's what I have in my 3 filter chambers here. These are the 10-inch chambers. And you know, I guess the only other thing to mention here is because it is chloramine, what happens when the carbon breaks down that chloramine is you actually produce ammonia. And as you guys know, fish also produce ammonia, and it's not something that you want to be dripping into your tank all day long. But there is a way to combat that. First of all, it's not a whole lot of ammonia, so if you have enough biological filtration, you can probably counteract it. But what I'm also going to do, and this is just in the interest of being a little repetitive and on the safe side, is I'm going to set up an auto doser with Prime, and you know, that's just to make sure that this water that gets dripped into the tank is free of chloramine, but then the auto-dosed Prime is entering the tank at such a rate that it will remove or bind the ammonia and any trace amounts of chloramine that do get through, just to make sure that I'm double protecting myself. So that's what I've got here, guys. I'm pretty excited to set this up. I'm going to be putting that 1/4-inch line through the wall there. You can see I've got my tube there, and I'm going to feed that 40-gallon per day drip directly into the sump here. So that's what's going on. I've got a few more little projects left to do here before I can get this fish room set up, but this is the last piece that I was waiting for. If you checked out my last video, you'll know that I'm running a contest, so please rate, comment, and subscribe on all of my videos that are coming out, and you'll be entered to win that contest. Go check out episode number 147 for details on that contest. And one last thing I wanted to mention, I'm going to be featured on the Under the Sea radio show within the next few weeks, and I'm going to be talking about my contest with Tyler Johnson as a co-promote. So make sure to check out Under the Sea Radio, underthesearadio.com or underthesearadioshow.com. Anyways, I'll put the link in the description of the video. Go check that out, and I should have this fish room set up and running this week because I have no parts left to buy. So I have everything, I just got to put it together. So I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to go finish it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a little bit about carbon filters. And if you're thinking about a carbon filter to remove chloramines, I would recommend the Carbon Drip 40-gallon per day filter from the filter guys, so go check them out. Anyways guys, I'll see you later.